reporting for Katie Chats here in downtown Toronto with writer-director Anand Gandhi. How does it feel to have your film Ship of Theseus in TIFF?
It's very exciting indeed. It's a great place to start the film, and it's the world premiere of my first feature film, so I'm really excited.
What was it like transitioning from being a playwright and a writer for TV in India to writing a feature film?
It's something I've always been waiting to do. Even while I was writing for television and theatre, I was kind of using that space to explore feature-length screenplays. So it's something that I'd been waiting to do for a while.
What's at the heart of your story?
There are a lot of questions raised in the film, and at the heart of it, there is the central question that the film tries to propose is the question of identity, of change, of how can you conclusively know where you end and your environment begins. Because the idea that a human being is one entity, I find that fallacious, and because a human being is indeed a colony of billions of microorganisms, 3 million genomes of those microorganisms living together in this cumulative function that we call the human entity. And how do you know? And that's a constantly changing and evolving entity by itself, constantly shifting. You have every single cell of your body is being constantly replenished and changed. And Ship of Theseus, the title of the film kind of alludes to that paradox, that problem of how do we figure out where that shift has happened, that change has happened, because in 6 years every single cell of your body has been replaced. So you've changed physiologically, you've changed emotionally, you've changed psychologically, ideologically, so where do you draw that line of identity?
And is it the same person like the Ship of Theseus? Can you tell me a little bit about the Ship of Theseus and what that is?
Well, it's an old paradox. It's a philosophical it's a thought experiment, really. Theseus had mythically built the ship, which over a period of time was replaced plank by plank, part by part, or down the century. Not a single part in the original ship remained in the new ship anymore. So the question arises: is it still the same ship, or is it a new ship? And if you were to propose that it's a new ship, then you could easily argue that, it's the old ship that just changed and shifted into being this new ship. And where do you draw that line? Where do you call the old ship the new ship? Till the last part, the second last part, where did it stop being the old ship and became the new one? If you were to propose that it's still the old ship, you can easily argue that not a single part in the original one remains in this anymore. So similarly, in human beings, that's a metaphor that applies to us. It's a very clear, straightforward metaphor, really. But then I've tried to take that metaphor a little further in terms of looking at the whole human community as this shifting link in the chain of evolution, and we are constantly exchanging parts. We're constantly moving into each other in a way.
What was it like shooting in your hometown, Mumbai, and how did you represent the city?
Shooting in Bombay is always challenging when you're shooting guerrilla, when you're shooting completely without a lot of resources and money at your hand. But at the same time, it also gives you that kind of freedom. One is that it's my hometown. I really know the neighborhood really well. I know most neighborhoods really well. So I know the people. I speak the language. I understand. I can interact with them. I can get my way around the city. And I have a very small crew, really. We shot the film on DSLR, so we had a really small crew, and so it was challenging yet very, very possible. And we could shoot in places where film crews have not been before, because of the size of the camera mainly and the size of our crew. Representing Bombay would be I think we've clearly transitioned into a time where we really cannot think of ourselves as citizens of a city or a state or a country anymore, really. We are all global citizens. It sounds a little trite there, but that's honestly how I feel about it, that we are all living in this global community. I go online and I'm on notcaught.org, or I'm on brain picking, or I'm basically looking at the same content that anybody around the world is looking at. I put on my television and I'm in the US. I put on my radio and I'm in Europe. You know, so we have, Bombay is no longer just defined by the physical environment. I mean, Bombay for me, or my city for me is this extended environment really, that is this global community that we are a part of, and I think that is represented in the film more than the physical nature of the city itself. The fact that the city now extends into the world, and the world has come into the city, is the emotion I would imagine has kind of been captured more than just the physical aspect of the city.
Do you expect to do more films commenting on the global community in the future?
Very much, yes. I'd like to do more and more films that capture the essence of the space we are living in today, and how we are interacting with that environment now.
And where's the best place to find out more information on you and on the film online?
Well, right now it's all over the place really. There's some YouTube and Twitter and Facebook channels. So there's a Facebook page, there's a Twitter page, there's a YouTube page, and I think more information is going up, and probably soon enough we'll have a Recyclewala website. There's a Recyclewala blog, which is recyclewala.blogspot.com, which is where I blog.
Well, congratulations. And when is the film screening at the festival?
It's screening on the 6th at 9:30, and then 7th at 2:30, and there's a lot of information available on the TIFF website, so that'll be a good idea to look at.
Well, congratulations on being in TIFF, and best of luck with Ship of Theseus.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats here in downtown Toronto.